There are moments in music history so powerful, so full of emotion, that they seem to bend time. Moments where the past and present collide, where a voice from beyond the grave meets a heart still beating with love. And on a quiet night in 2023, something happened, something that wasn't planned, wasn't staged, but felt divine. For the first time ever, Lisa Marie Presley sang with her father, Elvis Presley, not in a studio, not on a stage, but in spirit, in memory, in love. The world stood still. Now, I need to be clear. Elvis Presley left this world on August 16, 1977, when Lisa Marie was just 9 years old. She never got to perform with him, never got to hear him say, "That was perfect, baby." Never got to stand beside him under the spotlight and share the magic he gave the world. That love doesn't end with death. And music? Music is eternal. So when Lisa Marie stepped into the studio in 2023 to finish a deeply personal project, a tribute album to her father, something extraordinary happened. Producers were going through old, forgotten tapes from Graceland, rare recordings, voice memos, rehearsal clips. And deep in the archives, they found something no one knew existed. A recording, just Elvis, singing softly. Not for a concert, not for a movie. But for his daughter. It was a home recording. Late at night, 1976. Elvis was alone in the den at Graceland. Lisa Marie was asleep upstairs. He picked up his guitar, and he began to sing, faint, raw voice. "You're the apple of my eye, forever you'll be." It was "Don't Cry, Daddy," but not the version the world knows. This was slower, softer, full of longing. And between verses, he whispered, "That's for you, Lisa. Daddy loves you." When Lisa Marie heard that recording for the first time, months before her own passing in January 2023, she broke down. She said, "I can hear his heart." And in that moment, she made a decision. She would sing with him one last time, not as a gimmick, not for fame, but as a daughter who never got to say goodbye. So, using advanced audio technology, carefully, respectfully, producers isolated Elvis's voice from that home recording. And Lisa Marie laid down her own vocals, gentle, soulful, filled with the pain and love of a lifetime. The result? A duet across time, a father and daughter finally singing together. And when the final mix played in the studio, everyone in the room wept. Because it wasn't just music, it was a reunion. And when the world first heard it, during a special tribute broadcast at Graceland, the moment made history. For the first time, Lisa Marie Presley sang with Elvis Presley. And it was perfect. Now, let me take you deeper into this story, not just of technology, but of love, loss, and the unbreakable bond between a father and his child. Because this moment is about more than a song. It's about a life, a legacy. And a love that death could not break. Elvis Aaron Presley was born on January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi. A poor boy with a voice from heaven. By 1956, he had taken the world by storm. Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, Blue Suede Shoes, songs that didn't just climb the charts, they changed culture. But behind the fame, Elvis carried a deep need for family, for love, for belonging. He lost his mother, Gladys, in 1958. The woman who raised him, prayed for him, sang to him. He never fully recovered. And when he met Priscilla Beaulieu, he dreamed of building a normal life, a home, a family. On February 1st, 1968, that dream came true. Lisa Marie Presley was born at Baptist Memorial Hospital in Memphis. And from the moment he held her, Elvis' life changed. He called her the boss, my miracle, the light of my world. There's a photo of Elvis holding her in the hospital, tears in his eyes, whispering, I'm gonna give you everything, baby girl. And he tried. He built Graceland into a paradise for her, a zoo, a playground, a private jet, but more than gifts. He gave her love, that real, deep, unconditional love. He'd rock her to sleep singing, "You'll never walk alone." He'd make up silly songs about peanut butter and monkeys. He'd take her on the plane and let her press the buttons. And when he traveled, he called her every night. "Did you eat your dinner, baby girl? Did you say your prayers? I love you more than anything." Fans saw the king, but Lisa. Marie saw Daddy, and that bond, pure, sacred, unbreakable, would shape her entire life. Then, on August 16th, 1977, the world lost Elvis, and Lisa Marie lost her father. She was only 9. She stood at his grave in the meditation garden, holding her grandmother's hand, wearing a tiny black dress. She didn't cry. She didn't understand. She just kept asking, "When is Daddy coming home?" That question would echo in her heart for the rest of her life, because Elvis never came home. And Lisa Marie grew up in a world of fame, but also pain. Her parents divorced. She moved between Los Angeles and Memphis. She struggled with identity. Was she Lisa Marie the girl? Or Lisa Marie the legend's daughter? She turned to music, not to chase fame, but to find her voice. Her first album, To Whom It May Concern, released in 2003, was raw, honest, powerful. Songs like Savior and Lights Out weren't about stardom. They were cries for help, for healing, for connection. And in Lights Out, she sang, "When the lights go out, all I see is you." She wasn't singing to a lover. She was singing to her father. And when she performed in the ghetto at the VH1 Divas concert in 2003, standing on stage, voice trembling, tears in her eyes, it wasn't just a performance, it was a prayer. A daughter calling out to a father who could no longer answer. But perhaps he did hear her, because years later, in 2023, that lost recording was found. And in that moment, the circle began to close. Now, let's talk about Lisa Marie's life, because she was more than Elvis' daughter. She was a fighter, a survivor, woman who battled addiction, heartbreak, loss, and still kept singing. She lost her son, Benjamin Pio, in 2020, a tragedy that nearly broke her. He was 27. Buried at Graceland, just steps from Elvis. And Lisa Marie. She visited his grave every day. Spoke to him. Left notes. And in that pain, she understood her father more than ever, because Elvis knew grief. He knew what it was like to lose someone you loved too soon. And now, Lisa Marie carried that same weight. So, when she heard that recording, Elvis whispering, "Daddy loves you," it wasn't just nostalgia. It was healing. It was permission to grieve. To forgive. To finally say, "I miss you, Daddy." And so she sang, not for the world. But for him. The duet, Don't Cry, Daddy, was released as part of a special tribute. Elvis and Lisa Marie, a father and daughter duet. And when it played for the first time at the Elvis Week 2023 ceremony at Graceland, the crowd fell silent. The lights dimmed. A single spotlight shone on Lisa Marie's grave in the meditation garden. And then, his voice. Soft, tender, full of love. "Don't cry, Daddy. Don't cry." And then, her voice clear, haunting, full of forgiveness. "I'm still your little girl." They sang together. Not in body, but in soul. And for 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Time stopped. People held hands. Fans cried. Some fell to their knees, because this wasn't just a song. It was a message. A daughter saying, "I miss you." A father answering, "I never left you." And the world finally saw what they always knew. Lisa Marie was Elvis' heart, not his fame, not his jumpsuits. Not his records, but his love. And now, even though both have left this world. Elvis in 1977, Lisa Marie in 2023, their voices remain got together, not forever. There's a moment in the duet near the end where Elvis's voice from 1976 whispers again, "I love you, Lisa." And just before the music fades, Lisa Marie in 2023 whispers back, "I love you too, Daddy." It wasn't scripted. It wasn't added in editing. She said it during her recording session, quietly, like a prayer. And the engineers left it in, because some things are too sacred to cut. This duet will never be a #1 hit. It will never be played on pop radio. But in the hearts of true fans, it's the most important recording in Presley history. Because it's not about fame. It's about family. It's about grief. It's about love that death cannot break. And when you listen to it, really listen, you don't hear two singers. You hear a father and daughter finally reunited. Through music. Through memory. Through love. Now, let me share something personal. My name is Sam Thomas, Elvis Presley fans. Yes, that's my real name. I was born in the same era Elvis rose to fame. I remember the first time I heard Hound Dog on the radio. I was young, but I felt it. That energy, that rebellion, that soul. And over the decades, through joy and sorrow, Elvis' voice was my companion. But when I heard about this duet, Lisa Marie singing with her father, something changed. It wasn't just touching. It was spiritual. Because I realized Elvis never really left. He lives in every fan who still plays his music. He lives in Graceland, where thousands still leave flowers. He lives in Lisa Marie's voice, strong, raw, full of his spirit. And now, they are together. Not in flesh. But in song. And that's enough. Because music is not just sound. It's soul. It's memory. It's eternity. And as someone who has loved Elvis since 1956, I can tell you this. This moment changes everything. Because now, when we visit Graceland, when we stand at Elvis' grave, when we think of Lisa Marie, we don't just remember them. We hear them. Singing together. Laughing. Loving. Alive. This is Sam Thomas, Elvis Presley fans. Age 70. And I've spent my life believing in the King. But this isn't just belief. This is proof. Proof that music is magic. Proof that love never dies. And proof that even when the world says goodbye, Elvis Presley is still singing. And this time, his daughter is singing with him. And if we listen closely, we'll hear them both forever.